Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how I made my Season 5 Thomas. First things first, I should probably talk about why I made the change to do a 3D print Thomas instead of my Barkman Thomas. Measurements were off and I just wasn't happy with how he looked anymore. I thought I could do better. And there was a Thomas body shell out there for free, so I thought I'd go with that. And I already had a 3D printer, so what was stopping me? So I should probably talk about the reasoning why I went with a Season 5 Thomas. Now, classic seasons of Thomas as a kid I absolutely loved. I grew up with the hit era. I also did love the hit era, but classic seasons just hit different. So I knew I wanted to go somewhere in that range. Season 1 and 2, I love those seasons, but I just didn't want to go in that range. Season 3 was a bit of the same. Season 4, there wasn't really any point because Thomas didn't really show up in Season 4, not that much anyways. So I thought to do Season 5. I love Season 5 aesthetics, I just really love Season 5 in general. I've always loved it as a kid, I've always loved the darker tone, so I knew that that's the season I wanted to go off for Thomas and really the rest of my engines. The body shell is made by the LBSC Thomas, or Noah, on Twitter. So I used that. Now technically with Thomas I went through 3 body shells, but I say technically because the first body shell was based on the brass Thomas model from like Magic Railroad onwards, and the other model was a different model. It didn't have the open dome, so that's why I don't really count that. Anyways, so once Thomas was printed off, I sanded, primed, sanded, and primed, and guess what? I sanded and primed again.
I know, what a yes.
Oh, and by the way, the running board was done in a similar process. So I had a bit of an accident with Thomas when I accidentally dropped him. Yep. I don't understand how he didn't shatter all over the floor, but he just didn't. I don't know how to explain that. So I was grateful that didn't happen. I used Tamiya putty, then primed, and then fixed all up, and then he was ready to have paint. Colours are really different in Season 5 compared to other seasons. Thomas in Season 5 has more of a darker shade than, well, any season, well, if I'm not including Magic Railroad. But anyways, so I had to find a darker blue. So the blue is called True Blue Gloss. I'll put a picture on the screen. But I thought maybe it's a little too dark, so I did an undercoat of Tamiya French Blue. Once I painted the blue on Thomas, I masked off the rest and painted the smoke box black. The way the running board was done in a similar process. It was white for the top of the running board and apple red for the red bit. After that was done, I got my yellow paint and started painting the windows. And then after that was done, Thomas was ready for a glossy clear coat. So in Season 5, all engines are quite very glossy. Well, 3 to 5 really. So I wanted Thomas to be like that. My first glossy clear coat I did was not that glossy, not in my opinion. So I bought another glossy clear coat and it was quite glossy and I was quite happy with it. And then the running board was clear coated, same as the body shell. Next step was to add windows, which I cut up plastic and just stuck on the front. And I added other details like whistles, which I will put on the screen by the user. And then the buffers are brass buffers from a kit. And Thomas also has screw links, Smith screw links. They're very good and very expensive. My bank account was not happy with those. And then other details like lamp irons were cut down pins. The lamps and the vacuum pipes are made by JMO's Trainers and scaled down to fit on Thomas. Now Thomas really started to take shape. The next bit of Thomas was the vinyl. So the vinyl was provided by George, Bold@95. Thank you to him that I have this vinyl, and it's quite easy. This was my first time doing vinyl. Like, it was a bit tedious, I have to be honest. And yeah, that was basically it. I had to obviously do the wheels as well, which I totally didn't forget to mention. And then cut down the motor a little bit. Now, I wish I had a layout to run on one, but I just don't have enough space for that. Like, I've got a set, but that's a set. But anyways, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more content like this, liking and subscribing will show me that you guys want more. Or even just put it in the comment section. I would love to make more videos. I've got newer customs, I've got older customs I'd love to show off to everyone. Well, anyways, everything will be listed in the description, the body shell, what parts I used, if I can find them, and all that jazz. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Hope to see you guys next time, and have a good one.